there, I'm Cookie with Wordy Nerd, and it's review time! Yay! I'm going to be reviewing Anil's Ghost by Michael Ondaatje. I don't know how to say his last name. Ondaatje? Let me know below how it's actually pronounced. He's also the author of The English Patient, which I know a lot of people like, but I actually did not, and nor did I like the movie. Sorry, just not my type. So I was half reticent picking this one up, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. What I particularly liked about it was he wove multiple characters with their individual stories, and then you could feel it building up, the crescendo, and then all of a sudden everything starts tying together, like, and I marked where I thought it started falling together. So, I mean, it was almost at the end, but I knew it was going to sort of climax like that because every little piece of the puzzle had to be talked about before it could actually be put into place. So, I really like that. It reminded me a little bit of how the earlier works of Isabel Allende are, a little bit of Paulo Coelho with, like, Valkyries, that sort. So you sort of learn bits along the way, and then at the end, wrap it up in a cute little package with, put a bow on top. I'm going to give it an A, because I actually really did like it. I was happy that I liked it because, like I said, I was sort of reticent going into this. But I found myself really loving the characters, even their flaws, because I think that's what was interesting with this also, is that he presented them not as like these pedestal idolized perfection characters. Each one had their own issues, character flaws, but they were sort of semi-aware of it, and they're like, sorry, that's sort of how I am. And that alone I thought was very interesting. The character of Anil I actually really related to on multiple levels. She was in a sort of boys club, old boys club sort of field. It's kind of how my field is. So she's sort of more rough and and rugged, which I found really very interesting. I think, upon thinking about this one further, I'm not sure if the main protagonist, if she would actually be relatable to everyone, but I did like her personality, her sort of quiet spunk, if that makes sense. It's not like she's high-strung out there, you know, pointing her finger and saying, do this, do that. She just sort of knows herself, knows how to deal with the situation, and works her way through things, which I thought was really interesting. I liked how it introduced parts of her past, like when she was studying and how she got her name, and her friends from the States. Essentially, what's going on here, without giving away anything, because I don't like spoiler reviews, so I try to keep them pretty neutral and just talk about tone and characters. She's a forensic archaeologist, and I believe it's the UN has basically called her over to help with a case from Sri Lanka where there's a little bit of government unrest, to find out what's happening to all these bodies that keep getting found. So it's sort of sciencey, sort of forensic-y, but it's also, you know, and I think that's why I like it, because that's why I like Isabel Allende's book. You also have the government and political intrigue, which I think personally adds a nice layer into the books. I don't know, I like that element. So it's not like the lawyer style books where it's all government and all politics. It's a story that sort of talks about the world in that way, and not quite a overt manner, not like constantly jamming it down your throat like the other ones. So I liked that element of it. So if you liked Isabel Allende's, like, the early works, with her early works I mean like House of the Spirits, Ava Luna, Infinite Planet, that sort of era of her, I think you're probably going to like this one because it does have similarities to it, and I like the writing style a lot. I liked his not necessarily section of chapter divisions, so it would have like the a name, and you sort of learn about that person, another name, learn about that person, and then, like I said, at the end you figure out why and how everyone sort of entwines themselves into the story. Almost at the end, but that's where you find out right there what all is going on and why everyone's important. I read this one actually pretty quick because I really got sucked into the story. I thought it was really interesting, and I think it only took me like a night or two because I wanted to find out how all these pieces went together. So there's sort of like a mystery with the human element and learning, you know, people's characteristics, their flaws, their downfalls, and their potentials. So, I really did like this. I'm going to assume if you like The English Patient, you'll probably like it as well. If you did not like The English Patient like me, you probably enjoyed it as well because it was really a really well-crafted tale. So, I hope you guys get a chance to read this. I really recommend it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.